Now I can finally reveal this very modern coastal home in Peregian Beach on Queensland's Sunshine Coast. Here is a home with all the contemporary crisp lines you'd expect from a modern abode, but one that oozes with coastal beachside character. Now, what was here before?
A block of land.
Oh, there wasn't a house on it?
Previously, 5 years ago, there was.
Okay.
But when we actually bought the block, it was just a block of land. They'd already raised it to the ground.
Lucky, because it saved you having to do it.
Absolutely.
And judging by some of the homes that are still around, I guess it probably would have been very 70s.
It was an old cottage from what we've been told.
Okay.
But it was great when we looked at the block. It was a nice flat block, so ready to build on straight away. So it was perfect.
Okay, well, without any further ado, I'm really itching to see this house. Can we have a look?
Let's go.
Okay.
For this project, we were actually introduced to our clients, Fran and Pat, via our builder, Gary Menzie. He was already friends with Fran and Pat overseas. They were expatriates living in Hong Kong. So when we were first introduced to them, they were looking at returning to the Sunshine Coast to live, to bring their family here to raise them. So it was the first opportunity for us to work so collaboratively with Gary. And his expertise as a project manager and builder, his way with dealing with clients, again in this instance clients who are remote from this location, was highly valuable in getting from the very earliest concept, which is not dissimilar to the final outcome, to a really beautifully built home with very little difficulty at all. It was an excellent working relationship.
I've noticed that the deck you've used, don't need to paint it.
Yeah, it's called Modwood.
Yep.
And the whole brief for us, or part of the brief, was to be sustainable.
Yep.
So, for example, the bamboo floors, but also Gary introduced us to Modwood, which is actually recycled milk bottles.
Yeah, it's plastic.
And wood,
Yes,
and a little bit of wood particles.
Yeah,
And like you said, very low maintenance, which is also what we wanted.
Yep.
That we don't need to continue
painting it and all that sort of stuff. Bamboo, why is that sustainable?
Because it grows, I think,
7 times faster than
7 times
hardwood.
Okay, and it's hard. They grow it to harvest for that purpose.
Correct.
I think too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our daughter actually came home from school. She was telling us about it.
Okay.
About how bamboo was actually growing faster, and we should build a house made of bamboo. And we're actually about to choose the floors.
Wow.
And so that actually did influence our decision.
Bamboo is great as a flooring material. Very popular, durable, and available in a great range of colours these days as well. Its hardness is, I think, the thing that you've really got to admire about it, how it can weather skateboards, furniture falling over on it, hammers, just about anything won't damage it, whereas traditional timber floor is it can be quite susceptible to high heels and that type of traffic.
I guess the placement of the kitchen has been defined by taking advantage of that view down to Coolum Beach. With the silicon butt jointed corner glass window, you can stand at that work surface, enjoy that view, prepare the meal, interact with the dining and the living spaces, supervise kids in the pool. Yeah, so there are all these interactions that can take place from that space. In terms of how it's arranged, there's the formal component of the kitchen, which is the island bench and the cooking units, and then the scullery tucked out of the way. So if you're entertaining, you can quickly tidy up the kitchen, but still have this informal arrangement to the house.
I think the bottom line with any building project starts with first-class design, and it can't be understated, the ability to be able to engage with the designer both at the beginning of the project and also right through the project, to have the designer accessible and also willing to give their insight along the way. And to me, that's the key of any great building project.
Well, I'll fall in love with the house, and I'm sure that some of the viewers have as well. I guess what we want to know, what was the construction cost?
Total construction cost was approximately $840,000.
Great. Well, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for showing me around. I had a wonderful time.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate it.